everyone, and welcome to Back to the Clout Chasers.
Yes, hello, you guys. Y'all, this has been a crazy week, but we're making it up for the time we missed.
That's right.
They've been doing the most.
They have been acting crazy, straight up. My gosh.
Yeah, my gosh. But yeah, we are about to get into it. We're going to be talking about Jazz. My Jazzy Life, she got a skin routine. How do you feel about it?
About time. But the thing is, when it comes to Jazz, I don't believe she's really going to do anything about her skin. Her skin is awful, and she doesn't care. She likes to show it off to the world. She's proud of it.
She needs to see Dr. Pimple Popper.
That she does, for sure.
And they got a new one, Dr. Papa Zit.
Oh, really? Well, she needs to see both of them.
She does.
She needs a dermatologist. Didn't she claim on one video she had a dermatologist?
For the little boy? For Legendary.
Well, she need to get one for herself. She should have said, "Can you squeeze me into this appointment real quick
exactly.
while we're here?"
But y'all, we're supposed to get into it. And y'all just hold on to your hats and let's get started. Before we get started, did you notice on the picture what's coming on? Jazz has on her daughter's hand, as the song is playing, "You're my bestest friend, you're my homie."
Yeah.
They got a number written on her hand.
What?
A number written on a little girl's hand.
That's crazy.
Whose phone number is that? And why did Jazz show that?
For real. And I hope it wasn't the little girls, because people gonna try to call them.
Yeah, it's weird, especially those old head reactors.
Exactly.
Wow. Now, Jazz just started the video and she done made me mad already.
What's that?
Because she gonna play the song "Rain on Me." You know, golly.
It was sound familiar.
Yeah, but she gonna play that, showing the kids laying in bed. The kids have no privacy again.
Never.
And now she's gonna make her, I guess she's gonna make, what you think, coffee or a protein shake?
Or a mix of both.
Yeah. She too healthy for me.
Way too healthy.
I like my cakes and stuff. I'm just saying.
She doing too much. Okay, so I want to mention real quick, Jazz showing that these kids got Stanleys. That's why Jazz is broke. I don't know how much them Stanleys are, but I know people say that they're extremely expensive. It's out of my pay range, so I'm not going to even try to look them up.
I think I'll pass them up anyway.
Yeah, all them kids getting... Jazz, see, that's why Jazz don't never have no money. They should be begging about she can't pay her lights and her bail and all that. Because she's in there spending hundreds of dollars on Stanleys for children that don't appreciate them. No, I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
No, nope.
And listen, you're right. She do too much, and she's trying to already make this little girl in her image, which is a bad thing.
Yeah.
But before we go any further, can I just say something real quick? Like, no one has talked about this. I don't know if it's fear, anxiety, high blood pressure, tooth decay. I don't know what the problem is. But no one would talk about that video that I saw. I was up braiding my hair where Jazz was sitting in the dark with a bonnet on, and Philip came to her house and Molly walked her across her own floor. No one's talking about it.
No.
I've been going from, because y'all know I run these streets when I ain't working. I've been going from place to place trying to see if anybody saw that video. She put it on private. But Philip Molly walked her.
I ain't trying to laugh. Had
her scared. And she hadn't got child support since November of 2024, and it was only $180-something for 4 kids.
No, I don't think so. See, what I want to know is why she didn't call the police.
Well,
and he on probation, he would have been back in jail.
Well, Jazz said that Philip knows that she know a lot on him. Meaning, said that Philip said that he was gonna, at one point, don't come after me, because this is what you said. Said that Philip was going to rob his own place of employment.
The people he work for right now?
I don't know if it's right now, if he did it I think he did it in the past, the reason he went to jail. But she said she know a lot of stuff on him. The next morning, I was going to let you know about the video, and the video is on members, and I ain't paying no members.
Boy.
So apparently nobody can afford to pay members, because I know the OG reactors would have been got it.
Oh, yeah, for sure, exactly.
Yeah, so everybody funds are low. They can't even afford to do it now.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm like, golly. And boy, Jazz looked bad. She was swollen up. She was sitting there. She was shivering. She was crying. She said she hate that ML. I mean, she's getting it from Chris, and she's getting it from Philip.
I know she looked delirious when I saw her in that video when she had legendary bathing and stuff. And what's funny, what I thought was funny too, he had knocked something into her or something out of her, because for her to actually sit there patiently with her child, because she was in a daze with the twins. Yeah, with the twins, she left them in the bathroom. They were like a couple weeks old.
She didn't care.
Walked off and didn't care. So that one was a day. And I ain't laughing at domestic violence because it ain't cool.
It's
but the
not
thing is,
cool,
them
but
two, they got a situation going on that I don't understand.
But listen, she said that when they was getting ready to do child support court on that members only video that she hid, that all of y'all was asleep on. I was the only one up that night braiding my hair because I saw it and I was like, golly, it made me want to call the police on Philip.
Yeah.
I was so upset because I was like, Mama Dukes need to handle this. That's how you get up. But anyway, nobody did that. None of the reactors got that because everybody couldn't afford to pay for it. I didn't buy it. I saw it live.
Yeah.
And Jazz then said that, Chris has been giving her trouble. Wow. And we already know Chris handles her rough anyway. But they've been over there fighting like two ends.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, because in case y'all didn't know, Chris used to date Philip's sister.
Wow.
And then Jazz, can you imagine that?
And he bought Asia from Philip at least one time. So.
Yeah, he paid for her services.
Yeah.
Shame on all y'all.
That's disgusting. That whole thing is sick.
Yeah, leave it. Let's continue. Now Jazz over there frying them sausages, child.
That's all she got.
They love sausage. Them ceilings are ruined.
For real. I guess she said, I can't get a regular sausage.
Yeah.
I'm from the grocery store.
You can't hire nobody to give these women their sausages.
Nah. But they be giving it out to everybody. They probably like, dang, I need somebody that's a challenge a little bit.
A little bit of a challenge. I mean, they can't go back to their exes. Who can't, at one point in a time, your kids there, you on good frequencies with them. I'm going to use that term. They use
There you go. Something they can understand.
Yeah. So they just can't do nobody. And Philip even told her, by the way, when you mentioned about calling the police, child, Philip told her she do what he would do to her. In other words, I'm coming back. What? So she even said she called Hannah. And Hannah didn't talk to her. Hannah was just playing her because Hannah going to stay where she at.
Uh-huh.
Now, I forgot to tell you this part. They went to court and they did it over the internet. You know how they do Zoom. They did a Zoom court date for child support. Jazz crazy behind. She was there on time. Philip came in late, according to Jazz. Mm-hmm. When he came in late, the judge was on her side and said, ma'am, I'm just going to go ahead and raise it to 1,000. And that was it.
I would. Yep.
She told the judge, Jazz did, said, no, Your Honor, please just give me a minute. I can talk to her. She goes and she calls Philip, kisses his behind. No. Philip finally comes on and said, I'll help you pay me child support. That's what she said. No. That's what she said. Jazz, come after me if you don't. You said.
That's
anyway,
crazy.
Yeah, she said it, and I was sitting there getting outraged. Wow. And so she said that because he was late, the woman said, "I'll give you 1,000. Case closed." He gonna be like, so he did come in after she called him. Come on, Philip. Come on, I'll help you pay for it. Come on. Uh-uh. So Philip finally shows up. When he shows up, he tells them off, tells the judge off, tells her off, and slams the phone down in their face.
Oh, wow.
And then she went and begged them, about him, because she want him in her life so bad. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah. She want him in her life. I don't want that money, but she want him in her life. Mm-hmm. So
he don't want her.
He don't want her. He don't even like her. He can't stand Jazz. When he look at Jazz, he looked the same as Chris did. They didn't never like Jazz was never their type. They were that was their homie.
That's it.
The bestest friend. I ain't trying to be funny, but
it's true though.
Then after she do that for him, which is only hurting her children.
Yeah.
Then he turned around and said he pays when he want to pay.
Wow. And it's only, what was it, less than $200?
$180-something.
For 4 kids? Oh,
$180-something. I can eat that up at one sitting.
for real.
Go out to get something to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. But let's continue. Why y'all gonna sit there and let Jazz put up a basketball goal?
Who sent her this basketball goal? Because, nah.
Oh, my God.
She really trying to be loving basketball.
This grown behind woman got herself a basketball goal. It's like they're spiraling out of control. They're crashing out.
They're crashing out of something because what is she doing? First she's driving, like an hour or so to go play basketball. Now she's going to put it at the house. Is it because she probably can't afford the gas anymore? You think we'll hear about her still being on the team?
She'll probably be on the team. She's going to probably try to do it all. Then she's going to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, she's going to get exhausted. When she's supposed to get a part-time job, she claimed, being a coach or something probably?
Yeah, she's supposed to be doing something. But this woman's obsessed with basketball.
Yeah, she is.
This man, God, I'm sorry. Lord have mercy.
Oh,
this woman, I don't know where that came from. I don't know.
It was funny.
Oh my God. But this woman, she got all this junk. All she do is collect stuff. Her and Liv competing. Liv's over there, but I'm going to talk about her later. She's collecting treadmills and crap.
Yeah.
And this woman is collecting treadmills. She done filled up that garage with nothing but chores and junk. Yeah, it's more stuff to do.
Yeah, it becomes junky at some point. So,
Callie, now the baby done dragged out his little basketball goal. My God. This is terrible.
Yeah, she said for real they're going to eat, sleep, and dream of basketball. But she actually put that as a short too, so.
Golly.
And she meant it. She wasn't being figurative. She was being literal.
Yeah, she's literal about all this bull crap. This one wear me out. That's why I don't watch it like I used to.
Yeah, she's crazy.
It's just too much. Now, y'all, Jazz been going playing basketball. Now we're looking at Maya. And I look a nice-looking guy that's training them. Jazz can't get that man to ask her out. Not, just him looking at her and say, wow, I like to take her out for dinner.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah, because then he could use the kids to get up to her and say, I'll be sweet to them. I'll be their stepdaddy.
That's right. He don't even want Jazz.
No, he probably think Jazz is the dad. He said, nah. I don't go that way,
Good God Almighty.
I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm so tired of seeing Ava in vlogs, and this is why. Not because I don't like the little girl, because I can't stand Jazz, because she won't feed her still. She feeding everybody else just a little bit extra. But this poor baby ain't getting nothing. And I'm so tired. I'm so tired of it. Why? Yeah. And then she wondered why the little girl was always feeling weak, looking weak. Then when she did her hair, she had it so tight. She did. The little girl she was about to pass out. She always looks like she's about to pass out. You know what? Because she's starving.
She really is.
She really is. No one sees it? Is it just me?
No, everybody sees it. Just like you saved Jericho from Kiara. For real. You literally saved him. We didn't get no thanks from him.
No thanks. You're welcome. I almost said DeMarcus. What's his name? Desmond.
Desmond. Yeah. Keep talking about it. So now this going on with Ava. Ava looks like if you blow your breath on her, this girl gonna fall out.
Yeah, she gonna fly away.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And now Jazz gonna put on the skimpiest clothes. Y'all, when you wear a swimsuit and you busting the sag and you're a little child, you are practically a skeleton.
Yeah. Maybe she's using Ava as thinspo. She's like, if I keep her skinny, maybe it'll help me get skinny.
Well, that little girl, her blood vessels and everything look like they're about to pop. And also, she got those veins in her forehead.
Yeah, the little girl, just ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
But none of them small.
But she worried about basketball.
She better get her crazy behind in there. Jazz, you know you doing wrong. You doing wrong. As long as you do wrong by your kids, everything wrong gonna be done to you.
Yeah, that's why she can't get nobody. Everybody's sorry on kids.
That's right. Now, Jazz is watching the kids run, and we were just talking about Ava. Ava have on some skimpy little clothes, look bad, too. You don't got to show the kids. They don't need no shorts that high. Yeah. That's sick. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
But what I want to talk about is Jazz was sitting beside this white man, and Jazz kept filming this man's legs. Yeah. Then Jazz wanted us to start this rumor, so let's get the rumor started because we know it's a lie, so I'm going to tell y'all already. So I know certain people steal my stuff. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Jazz ain't got no white man. Because she's trying to act like they saying Chrissy had a white man. He ended up being Rod, a little raggedy behind. A doctor.
Yeah.
A doctor.
See, and we know that. That's a whole nother story for a different part of a video, but we know she is not with no doctor.
A doctor. These people don't go to school for nothing. They don't know. They ain't educated in the books. They was having babies. They were birthing them babies. Birth them babies. That's what they was doing. That's all you know. You get up there and talk about birth them babies, how to hold your hips, how to push, squeeze, pelvic thrust, then we'll listen.
You know what they don't talk about though?
What's that?
They'll do all that birthing babies, but they don't talk about the aftercare of their bodies. None of them worry about Kegels because Jazz and Liv sitting there peeing all over themselves.
Just pissing.
Just peeing all over themselves. They ain't do no Kegels after they had their kids and stuff, and on a regular, before ever having kids.
Yeah, but look, they're bad bees.
Yeah,
they're bad bees, but they can't hold their urine.
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting, and you know they must smell.
Oh well, yeah, you know they stink.
Golly.
No, they funky.
Hey, y'all, I gotta say something about this now. She got them kids in 2-minute sports. Ava, what's running? How you feel about Ava running?
I can't stand it. She doesn't have the nutrients to run. The little girl looked like she was dying. You know how, think about it this way. She had just started her race, Ava did. And she looked like how people look when they're at the end of their race. After a marathon. When they're tired, they're dying, your body about to give up, you trying to hit that finish line real quick.
Yeah.
That's how that baby looked because that baby had no energy. She probably didn't feed him properly before going.
She didn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like this woman is...
She was feeding sausages, greasy sausages, then you send them on a race.
And then with kids that are working out that much, she needs to be feeding them more in general because they're active. They're athletes at this point, so they have to eat more than a regular person. But she already wasn't feeding them enough in the beginning anyway, just to survive.
But this is too many activities for kids. I ain't worried about the academic part.
No.
Just the sports. They ain't got to have no brains as long as they got muscles like she got. But look, how's that working for her with no brains?
Exactly.
That's trying to be funny. But it ain't working again. This girl has no sense.
No.
Just sitting there looking crazy, putting them kids in every activity. They're going to resent her for it.
Yeah.
Because I resent her and I ain't even doing that right now. Golly. Y'all, Jazz got her a bottle of some cheap. I know it's
rosé.
It's cheap, baby.
Yeah, it was.
I know it's cheap. Yeah. I bet you that alcohol in the grocery store will be practically Kool-Aid. See, if I was going to drink, and I don't drink, if I was going to drink, I would have to get a bottle. I'm talking this old bottle that's got some, you only take a little shot at it.
Oh my gosh.
That right there, if you can drink a bottle, look how big that glass is.
Yeah.
Now they already pee in their clothes.
Oh my gosh.
Now she gonna have alcohol leaking from her too. Liv's over there doing that too. She couldn't jump on the trampoline without, she just peed all over herself.
Peed on herself.
Jazz just be butterflying everybody.
Oh my God.
And
That's
pee.
nasty. Both of them are nasty.
Just nasty. These people are toxic. And then when they sweat, they smell like their regular smell. Yeah. Then they smell like the outdoor smell. Then you're going to add the sweat smell. And that's some alcohol smell.
All of it's nasty.
My God.
So now Jazz is showing that she got her skincare, which I guess what the video is supposed to be about. And she got her some African black soap. She said authentic, straight from Africa. She was showing us the thing and everything. But my thing is, I don't know why Jazz, with her sensitive skin, or anybody in general, would even get the soap from Africa, knowing that they don't have water sometimes. They have water like twice a week.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what K&K Squad says when she over there in Africa.
That's what she said.
They have electricity maybe 3 times a week, and they have water only 2 days a week.
That's what she said.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
that's what allegedly, but that's what she said. She claims she over there.
Now, I ain't trying to burst her bubble, but I've seen soap that look like that or similar to that in the Dollar Tree.
I have to.
I'm just saying. This woman went all the way over just to get some soap when she know it's something inside of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a deep issue than just that. This woman's toxic.
And it could be all the grease that she eats, because everything she eats, she has it in grease, not sausage. Yeah. Now, honestly, she probably shouldn't be eating pork.
Pork ain't good for you.
Because pigs don't sweat. They don't release toxins.
Nope.
They hold it all in. So when you're eating pork, you're eating their toxins. You're eating everything they've eaten. You're eating all their bacteria, their viruses, their fungus, all that junk.
That's right.
You're eating it. And we can clearly see that Jazz is eating it because it's coming out in her skin. What does she love? That sausage. Every morning, sausage. Every night, sausage.
Sausage. And then, speaking of sausage, not to mention all the guys that she slept with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They got all
mixed
that
up DNA.
Yeah, all that DNA in their spine, in their brain. That's why they like that. But that's a story for another time. Let's continue. Now, after watching that, Jazz and her so-called skin routine, what do you think? Do you think she's going to finally get some help?
No. Because she lies and claims that everything clears her skin up a little bit, like she mentioned. But it doesn't ever look clear to me. It looks exactly the same.
She needs medicine.
Yeah, she needs to get medicated, get some medication.
Yeah, and she might even need a biopsy. And that's when they take a little bit of her skin and they send it to the lab to find out what's going on.
Yeah, because she needs to get some serious medical help. Because if cleansers and stuff aren't working, then it is a deep-rooted issue. And
absolutely.
It could be something genetic that she didn't know about.
Well, Mama Duke said her dad and her mom's skin look good, but it could be something else.
It could be, it could be deep-rooted, you know.
I think some of hers come from her lifestyle.
Yeah.
Some of it. And plus it is genetic, but I think some of it is her lifestyle because these people were sleeping with everybody that they could put their paws on.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And then she kept having all them ABEs. She had 7.
Yeah, and she probably got scar tissue and everything.
Yeah, hormonal issues. Oh, gosh.
Wow, this is sick and sad. So we just got finished watching Liv. And Liv just did a live say that she feels like she's getting old. How do you feel about it?
Liv is so annoying. She's so annoying when it comes to that. Because Liv, she's one of the crazy people just scared of aging.
Mm-hmm.
Scared of aging. Me, I'm like, look, as long as I'm still good and able and healthy, I'm happy to get older. I don't care. As long as I ain't no vegetable.
She's very age conscious. And now she's talking about getting some more Botox and crap.
Yeah.
And the thing is, as you get older, what's wrong with getting older?
Nothing. And a lot of people that get that Botox and stuff end up looking older than everybody else.
Look way older.
I mean, the first person that popped in my head when I said that was Farrah Abraham. That woman has been looking like she was 50-something years old.
Exactly.
Since she was freaking, I first started getting Botox, I think like early and late teens. She started getting Botox and stuff. She aged herself, and now she looks growner than any grown woman I've ever seen in my life. And I don't even think she's 40 yet. No,
she's not nearly that age. But the thing is, the more they get it, the more they get addicted to it. Now, Liv, as y'all know, claims she don't like shots. But then when somebody asked her about Botox, said, did she get the count with the shots or the non-shots? Liv said she get the count with the shots. I think that she's addicted to anything that's a drug.
Yeah, she must. Yeah, she's definitely for sure got an addictive personality.
Mm-hmm.
She tries anything, and now she's addicted to it. She's a mess.
She's addicted to it. And I know that those kids were exhausted. She was talking slow.
Yeah.
The baby was asleep because she'd been up all night.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
It's horrible.
Oh, yeah. And she also mentioned she was going to do a skincare, do a live. She said, y'all ain't watching her videos. So, didn't we just talk about Jazz did a skincare?
Oh, yeah, because she did got that soap from Africa. She claimed authentic African soap.
They're copying each other. And at this point, Liv is copying Jazz.
Yeah.
So they're going to be an epic fail. I'm sorry. It's a mess.
This is dumb.
Wow. So now I do want to mention something about, Chrissy. Now, we already know what happened. I'm not going to talk about that. But the thing I want to talk about is Chrissy is making herself look crazy and greedy.
Yeah, she is.
And I think, because at first when I heard about it, I felt really bad. It broke my heart. But now it's like, it feels like she's exposing the situation just for money. And it's just sad because so many people had pictures on as their profiles.
Which I think is disgusting and in poor taste.
Yeah, it is in poor taste. It's disgusting. But the thing is, I was really grieving for her.
Yeah.
Because I've been through that. And it made my heart just bleed. And now that she's like trying to capitalize off of it, it made me think less of Chrissy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a mess.
But then you look at the way she treated her mom while she was alive.
Yeah, the worst.
But she doesn't even feel guilt or remorse or anything, it doesn't seem like. As long as she got the strangler with her, she don't really care. As long as she can feed him.
That's exactly right.
You know.
But yeah, it's a whole mess, y'all. That's pretty much all I have.
Me too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.
Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.